Yep. Hi everyone, welcome to the Good People Show. Today is the second episode. For those of you tuning in again, good evening. Thank you for your support. For those of you tuning in for the first time, this is an online show that features the best social entrepreneurs from all over Singapore. They are resilient, positive, and really persevering through this difficult time. So it's a really great privilege to have them on this show. Now, today is a very special show. Today is all about changing lives through coffee. All right, and we're very happy to have with us Bettr Group. You might know, many of you will know them as Bettr Barista, but they don't just serve coffee at places like Plaza Singapura or Income Center. They actually also have a lot of other things that they do, they advocate for social wellness. They also sell coffee online, and they have a direct many different avenues to use coffee to change lives. Now, and today we are very happy not just to have them on the show, but they have also very kindly sponsored a giveaway. So for the 50 plus of you that are watching us online, and hopefully more people will come online later, please participate in the show because we got three fantastic prizes to give away. Two are sponsored by Bettr Group and one is sponsored by Adrenaline, which is putting this show together. Without further ado, I'm very happy to bring online my guest for today, a good friend and the founder of Bettr Group, Pamela. Hi, Pamela.
Hi.
Yeah, I think
Thanks for
I
having
don't think I
us.
did. Thanks for coming, Pamela. I think I didn't do a very good job of introducing Bettr Group just now. Maybe in a few
It's
words,
okay.
could you tell me what Bettr Group does?
Yeah, so like you said, we're using coffee to change lives. So we have a professional coffee academy. We have a coffee roastery. We've got a mobile events arm, and we've got 8 retail outlets in workplaces around Singapore. And all of this basically generates revenue for us to fund our social initiatives, including programs that work with marginalised women and youth at risk, to give them skills to not just get jobs but also to become emotionally resilient, which is particularly critical in a time like this.
Thank you very much for that very much better intro than the one I gave you.
Practiced.
Now, yeah, Better has been around as long, almost as long as Adrenaline, right? Almost more than a decade. Is it a decade now? No, have you been? Is it
No, this is year 9. This is year
year
9.
nine? Yeah, almost,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and they are the proud winner of the Social Enterprise of the Year award. So again, very happy to have Pamela here with us. I just want to address the 70 plus of you that are watching. We are going to have a question and answer segment with Pamela a little bit later. And if you ask questions on the show today, you will qualify for the giveaway. You know, the giveaway that I was talking about just now. To qualify, all you have to do is ask questions on the comments below. And a little bit later, we'll also have a audience participation round. And if you participate in that, you also stand to win the giveaways. All right, we're going to go. Uh, I also want to say hello to my friend Evelyn, who's right there. She is from equaldreams.sg. They advocate for accessibility for all disability groups, and they are providing our live interpretation today for the deaf community. So thank you, ecodreams.sg, another social enterprise, and thank you, Evelyn. All right, so we're going to go to Pamela and we're going to dive straight in. Pam, it has been a difficult time for all of us.
Hmm.
How has it been for Better?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of in what, month 3 of the
Yeah.
situation. So I think kind of a roller coaster. I think that most of us feel. I think we started dealing with this kind of end of January, and we kind of kicked in quite early, kind of scenario planning and just kind of working out what are the implications, right, of this situation. And I think back then it was we were like more like quite annoyed that we were being disrupted because we had a lot of plans to execute in 2020, which I think a lot of us did. And then with the scenario planning, we're like, oh dear, this is not a good situation if it really pans out, for the long term, So I think we did take some quite difficult actions early on in February that impacted all of us. But I think on hindsight, it was the right thing to do because I think we're at almost end of April now, and I think we realized that this is not going to go away anytime soon, and we're going to have to find ways to cope and survive beyond, I don't know, the next months and years to come.
Yeah. Pam, tell me two stories. Tell me a business story, for example, how bad revenue has been hit, and tell me a personal story, for example, how you coped with it.
I think business wise, we've kind of been, I think revenue has been taken a hit 50 to 70% over this time, and because of the different measures over the period of time, right, we've had to basically increasingly scale down the business because we've had to close, first the academy and then the retail outlets, and then on Tuesday it was all the retail outlets. Even like we were trying to innovate and say, okay, you know what, since we cannot serve people coffee in their workplace, let's bring coffee to them, right? And we actually came up with a drink subscription service where we actually delivered fresh made coffee to people in their homes. And it was a lot of work, trying to get all of that done. And then 2 weeks later, we're like, okay, we can't do that anymore because we have to shut all the retail outlets.
So and that was that just yesterday or a few days ago, right? The extended
Tuesday night. So yesterday was just dealing with the fallout of that. So it's just just from a business perspective, I think just kind of keeping revenues coming in as much as possible because I think, and this is the hard part, right, is that I think in situations like that, we're all trying to keep jobs, right, keep our people safe. Keep them healthy, and keep some income coming in. So I think we decided very early on that we had to do whatever we could to keep all our jobs because we have a large percentage of our staff who are beneficiaries or graduates from our program, and we really needed to keep things going as well and as long as possible to ride through this period. So I think personally for me, I had some challenging moments, I think, in February, March, making some of these tough decisions, right? But they,
Sorry, I think we are having some technical issues. I can't seem to hear Pamela. Let me just double check on that. Sorry, guys. One moment.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, Pamela. Can you hear me?
I can.
No, right?
Can you hear me?
Oh, you can still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I think the Bluetooth got turned on. Give me a moment. Let me turn that off.
Okay, well, since we're waiting for Rick, maybe people can type questions in the comments box while we wait for Rick to come back. so that maybe I can help answer some of them. No promises, okay? I will answer what I can.
Jamin, okay? All right.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi, Rick.
sorry guys, sorry. Some
Okay.
problems with my Bluetooth. Okay, Pam, let's continue the conversation.
Yes.
My apologies to everyone watching us online as well. You were saying that, of course, there were different waves of disruption.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit more about sort of where your lowest point was.
I think I kind of two low points. I think in February, when we kind of laid out to the whole team the situation and where we saw the next couple of months headed, and kind of, saying, okay, these are the things that we need to do proactively now, and it's going to hit everybody, but it is for the long-term future of the organization. So that was a very hard moment, I think, for us. And then I think personally in March, maybe, I think somewhere around there, when I realized that, you know what, this is not going away anytime soon. And it's not.
Yeah,
And when
absolutely.
when you realize that you thought it was going to be like over and done with, but then
This
it's
is
like,
not a
actually,
June
no.
story anymore, It's not a June
No.
story. This is maybe a September, probably a 2021 story, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to deal with this for the next
Yeah.
2 years, I think. So I think when that realization hit, it was just like I did get quite depressed for a bit. But I think it's normal. I think that's the thing. I think we need to be able to process this because it is not normal times, right? And I think part of the leader's job is to recognize when we are feeling weak and we need to reach out to our team, and work with the team and help lift them and help the team lift you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like quite a common thread, right? When I spoke to Seng Chun on Tuesday, he said, go look at your people, just look at them, look at your office, just look at them. And it seems like a fairly common common thread that our roles as entrepreneurs, a lot of our work is actually inspired by our people.
Yeah, I mean, especially I think for the crazy ones like us, the social entrepreneurs. I think you will realize that all of us, we are driven by our people. I mean, this work is too difficult to not have this very deep purpose to it. And it is in times like this where all the more we need to dig in and remember why we're doing what we're doing, and it is for our people, right?
Yeah. And so let's use that. Let's use that as our inflection point for our conversation today. This idea of the purpose that keeps you going. Take us back to the beginning. Why are you doing this?
Yes, it's a good question. Every day I ask myself that now.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. No, I think it's just, again, this idea that I think we all believe that business has a larger purpose and it has to be used as a force for good, right? And it is exactly in crisis times like this where businesses have a duty and a responsibility to keep people safe in all senses of the word, right? Because this is our livelihoods we're talking about, and if organizations cannot do their part, right, to help individuals in the society, then as a unit of the ecosystem, we're not doing our job. So to me, it's right now in the crisis situation. It's how do I keep my people safe? How do I keep their jobs? How do we innovate so that we remain relevant and we remain around, right? Even after this will pass, and this will pass.
It will. And I mean, you mentioned innovation. Adrenaline is trying to do that by creating more online content, by helping our clients move what was previously offline, online. What is Bettr doing to fight back?
I think, and that's where I'm very grateful for my team. I think we've really, I've seen how they're really committed to the organization, and we're really hustling right now So we're obviously bringing a lot of our education online, exploring virtual blended ways of educating people. Obviously online retail, those channels as well. And then another important part of what we do is actually our emotional training, right? Which we do a lot with our marginalised groups and our own staff. And I think that's something that we have accelerated in the past couple of weeks because it's so needed right now for ourselves as well. So in a way, there's a lot of like uncertainty of where things are going, but I think there's also a lot of opportunity for innovation and change to adapt.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that a couple of things had to close, the academy, some of your retail stalls. I hope the online shop, bettercoffee.com, is doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think again, we have some great customers who are very supportive, and I think now coffee, right? Everybody's at home. There you go, right? Everybody's at home and they're like, oh my God, we need to, like fuel ourselves stuck at home. So online sales have been healthier than normal, which we're very grateful for. And I think we hope to continue to be able to service our customers online.
Now, I want to tell you something. That day with Seng Chun, and of course, it's not a competition, right? Seng Chun got like 10 questions. You've got like 50 questions. So
really?
yeah. If you look at the Facebook feed right now, it is exploding with questions. We've got 100 people and something like 30 questions. Yeah. So let's go into our Q&A segment and roll the animation.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got a question from Kunti. Kunti is, of course, founder of Caption Cube, another social enterprise.
Hi, Kunti.
She says, what is the best way for us to support Better Barista as consumers right now?
Thanks, Kunti. Good question. Like Rick said, come online, bettercoffee.com, order coffees. We've got, obviously, beans, got cold brew, merchandise. Also, we are still doing education online, so use your skills future, right? Log on for classes, and we're doing some new EQ stuff. Come and participate in that as well. Where I'll talk about that one later.
Yep, fantastic. So shop with them. I think it's no better way than being a customer. But I must say, in the universe of social enterprise, you guys have produced some of the best quality work out there, right? And I really appreciate that. Shall we go into another question? Benedict asks, is there a particular staff or story that has helped you keep going at the low moments?
I don't think there's just one. I think so many of my staff, I think, are inspiring to me. I think it's just looking at different people at different points in a day, even, right? And just listening to how they are coping, how they are responding, and taking, I think, energy from that. I mean, that there are many of them who were worried about their jobs, whether they were going to have those jobs, right? And I think needing to calm them and say, you know what, we are doing everything we can to ensure that you have what it takes to continue to care for your family. So everyone, story is different.
I think you find inspiration across the board, right? Not in one particular story.
Yeah.
I think that the people watching the stream today, they either really won the prize or they have drank a lot of coffee, right? Because there are a lot of questions. My goodness. Let's go to Marcus's question. Would you say that COVID has been the hardest obstacle that Bettr has faced so far?
That's an interesting question. I think because I've been asking that of ourselves. I mean, I think we had a very tough year in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like make or break that year. And to be honest, right now I'm actually feeling a bit better than then. And I don't know. No, yeah, and I don't know whether it's because we managed to survive that crisis,
Mm,
you know,
mm, mm,
and
mm, mm.
it's forced us to pick up a lot of the crisis management things, you know, that you need in a time like this. I
Okay.
think that
Okay.
the challenging thing about here is that there are so many things that are out of your control, right? So
I feel like there is a story in the 2017 one. Very briefly, can you tell us what were you struggling with at that point?
well, I think we were at a point where we had exploded in terms of expansion, and I think
Mm, mm,
revenue was just not coming in quick enough. So, you know, there were a lot of financial challenges, right? Trying to keep up with very huge growth.
I see. I see.
So yeah, it was really having to take a hard look at how the organization was structured and reworking that so that we could become more stable and more financially sustainable.
Got it.
Um,
Got it. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah. So with the learnings of 2017 and of course COVID, which you absolutely will get out of, I'm sure you guys will emerge even stronger. Now I've got a question from Xuan Liang. Do you agree that social enterprises get lesser recognition compared to commercial enterprises? How do you then build your brand?
Ah,
That's tough.
I
Mm.
yeah, that's a tough one. I think it's kind of two sides of the coin. I think because we're businesses as well, that means we have to compete with every other business out there, right? Which means that
Hmm.
you have to build the brand, right, on the same level playing field as everybody else. But we have the additional cost and work and effort of our social impact, right?
Right.
So whereas, you know, Ricardo and I, we can spend 8 hours dealing with, you know, revenue and branding and marketing, right? The commercial business spends, those
Yeah.
16 hours doing that because they don't have the 8 hours that we need to spend on our social impact work. So I
Mm.
think that's one of the really tough challenges. But then on the other side, you know, we have a lot of people who come and support us because of the impact that we're trying to achieve. You know,
Right.
so it's kind of yeah,
It sort of balances itself out.
not quite enough, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I feel you.
you know
Now,
what I mean, right? Yeah.
I have a question from Ace Jerry Cole. Hi, Ace. Thank you for tuning in. And it was a question that I really wanted to ask as well. You know, having to balance, of course, the social part, the crisis, the brand, the business, the reaction. How are you taking care of yourself and your loved ones during this difficult period?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I think it's trying actually to be very intentional about taking care of yourself, right? And actually, I feel like I'm more busy now than ever, even though, you know, there's right, even though revenue is like at 30%, but I'm
Yeah, right.
doubly
Yeah,
busy.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But yeah, so I think yes, I think it's kind of making sure you intentionally take moments in a day, every single day, to just regroup and reframe, and not get swept up, right, by the intensity of having to deal with everything. So intentionally taking time out, right, even if it's just to chill, not think about work, not do anything, exercise, right, which I'm not doing a good job at. And then connecting with your family, right? So I can't, you know, I haven't seen my parents, you know, for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, and so we have to teach them how to Zoom, you know, which is, I think it's difficult, but you know, we do what we need to do. Yeah.
yeah. I taught my mom and my auntie how to watch the Good People show. So I hope you're tuning in now, mom
Hi, auntie.
and auntie. Yeah. All right. I want to talk a bit about some of your other business. I know the academy, for example, is taking a break right now. There's a question from Benedict that says, "Is it a must for your clients to like coffee before joining your school?"
uh, well, you're gonna have to be tasting coffee at some point. So it would be advisable, I think. But like for a social program, a lot of the individuals who come through have never drunk coffee before, but they learn to love it because when a coffee is well made, it's a beautiful drink.
All right. Yeah,
What's not to
absolutely
love?
right. Absolutely right. Just a couple more before we close. I think we are about 25 minutes into the show. A business question again by Shi Yi. Do you think the coffee market is too saturated to continue to expand and scale up?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. It is a very competitive and saturated market, especially for such a small market like
Mm-hmm.
Singapore. And But you see, I think for us, our existence is not predicated on coffee, right? As a business alone, right? So for us, we have been, or well, up until March, we were looking at going out into the region as well. And at the end of the day, the beauty of coffee is that there is so much diversity that there is room for everybody. I think so. I think the weak ones or those who don't have strong fundamentals, unfortunately, will get affected, especially during this period. But that's just normal business cycles lah. What to do?
Yeah. But I love that there obviously is a social angle. There's the coffee changing lives. I know. In fact, it's not even an angle. It's a purpose. And PK Noy. So I'm picking up my phone because my director says I'm looking down, so I'm just looking at it like that. PK Noy, who is my auntie. Hello,
Oh,
Ayi.
hi, auntie.
Yeah. And she is asking, how did you know, come up with sort of combining those ideas, right? Coffee
Yeah.
changing lives. How
Yeah.
do you make that link?
I think it was. I think when I looked into the entire coffee value chain, and then how many people it impacts across the world, like 25, 30 million farmers, right? Just producing coffee. And then exactly we talk about saturated consuming markets, like so many people drink coffee, so many jobs, right, are in the industry, which represents an opportunity for creating spaces for marginalized communities to get jobs, sustainable jobs, right? You're not going to become millionaires, right? But it's an honest day's job and it is skills based, right? So I don't know. I think it came over many cups of coffee, just kind of connecting this idea. And I honestly, when we started, we had no idea if any of this was going to work.
And yet, 9 years down the road, you guys
We're
are
still
still
here.
here,
We're still here.
and every time I talk to you, my hair stands. I'm not sure if you can see it or this is high definition.
No, I cannot see your hair.
Yeah, I know you can't, right? But it stands because I always feel that you exude a calm, but yet you speak with so much heart, and I truly respect the work that Bettr is doing. We're almost at the end of the show, so Damon has given me the perfect wrap up question. So thank you, Damon, for that. What is the one advice you would give to social entrepreneurs? Pam, I'll tell you a secret. I strong arm some of my students at Temasek Poly to watch this. I told them that I will give them, I'll give them some class participation points. So some of them are budding entrepreneurs. What would be the one piece of advice you give to budding social entrepreneurs? Don't do it.
Outside of that, okay.
Yeah.
No, outside of that, I think be very clear about the purpose of your organization and that is truly solving a problem. Yeah, this is not a vanity project. It shouldn't be a vanity project, right? Because it's too hard. So be clear that whatever you're putting out into the market is truly solving a need and solving a problem. And then to make sure that you have a very clear business model. Because if you don't have a business, you don't have a social business, right? So I think just those two things. Make sure you're solving the problem effectively, and making sure that the revenue is there to help you do that.
So you've heard it live right here on the Good People Show. Make sure you have a business model and make sure you are solving a problem. And now, talking about solving problems, we are going to go into the final segment of today. And at the Good People Show, we like to have a little bit of fun. We're all stuck at home, so let's have a little bit of fun here. We are going to go into our giveaway segment. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I have to draw. Okay.
Yeah. The giveaway segment, this is what everybody has got to do, okay? Now, Pam is going to draw her favorite coffee drink. Okay, Pam is going to draw her favorite coffee drink. It's going to show it to you on camera. You have 30 seconds to answer in the comments with what you think her favorite coffee drink is. All right, here we go. Pam is almost ready, I hope.
Yes.
All right, here we go. 30 seconds, and your time starts now. This is Pam's favorite drink. To stand a chance to win our 3 fantastic prizes from Bettr Barista, in the comments below, what is this drink? What is this drink? As long as you answer, you get a chance. Answer wrong, also got chance. Just need to answer in the comments below. Pam, can you show me your picture a little bit more? Very good. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, Pam, before we give, we need to let the director and team compile the answers a little bit. So just now we were chatting off camera. You were telling me that there were some initiatives that were coming up that you'd like to share about.
Yeah, so I think as part of the situation now, we've actually accelerated some of our plans, and we've actually started a kind of a new non-profit arm that focuses purely on mental and emotional health and wellness. So I'm actually running a free webinar on the 6th of May under the Better Lives brand. And we're basically going to talk about emotional intelligence and how to, improve and increase your emotional intelligence to develop resilience and wellness. So, if people are interested, please come on. You can go to betterlives.org, and the details will be there. And we're also raising funds through that. It's free, but we're asking people to donate $10 to enter the webinar. And then all that money is going towards Feed the City by Food Bank and DBS.
Oh, so that $10 is not to you. It's to another charity. Oh, wow. Yeah. So 6th of May, did I get that right?
Yes.
betterlife.org. There is going to be a health and wellness seminar. Please go and check it out. And make sure you support this, right? I've got 100 over people watching, so I hope some of them will be able to port over to this fantastic initiative as well. Cool. All right, it looks like we are ready to give away some prizes. Okay. I know still too many people. Very good.
Too many people. The director said too many people.
In that case, I will talk about one of the prizes you will win. This is the top prize you will win. Tell me a bit more about this, please.
Okay, so what Ricardo is holding in his hand is something called the Clever Coffee Dripper. It has changed his life, he said.
Life changing. Yeah, okay.
And he's got some of our heart blend there, one of our signature blends. Basically, it's like a French press but cleaner. So you just put ground coffee and then add water, and then 4 minutes later you drain the coffee out, and you've got your coffee.
Yeah, and it's very clever because there's a valve. So when you pour the hot water in together with the filter, it doesn't filter out immediately. Yeah, so it's full
immersed. Full immersion. That's the technique.
Yeah.
Yes.
technical term, fully immersed, i.e. your kopi is a lot more gao, right?
Yes.
It is
yes.
brilliant. I've been using this every single day, and it's been keeping me going. And this hot blend coffee, brilliant, right? And you get a chance to win this, but out of 140 people, only one person will win this. The rest of you should go to bettercoffee.com and buy it now. $36 worth every dollar. Yeah. Okay.
Rick, very good influencer.
Hey, solid. Pass. No, is it? You can tell it's from my heart. You know, it's not. You know, I believe in this. Okay. All right, we're ready for the lucky draw. Yeah, let's look at the prizes again. 3 prizes. The first one is a drip coffee care package. Second one is a coffee capsule care package. And the grand prize is the clever coffee dripper that I just spoke about. Thank you to Bettr Group as well as the show producers, Adrenaline, for making these prizes happen. Let's give away some prizes. Roll the music. Got music, right? I think very exciting music. Here we go. And the first prize goes to congratulations, Asaf! Congratulations! Well done, Asaf Lam. We will be in touch with you with how you can claim your prize. That would be the first that first prize. Now the second prize that we're giving out goes to Twins Lim. Congratulations, Twins Lim. Right, I will PM you how to pick up your prize. So Asaf and Twins, I will be PMing you. Please reply to my PM. I am not spam. Give me your details so that we get the prizes to you. All right, and now the grand prize, which is the clever dripper, together with the hot blend coffee, worth almost $50. Thank you for tuning in. The prize goes to Elaine Johnson. Congratulations, Elaine. This goes to you. Yes.
That's my staff.
That's your staff.
Can you
spin again, is it?
Spin again, please. I will give Elaine her coffee. You spin
okay,
again.
Spin again. Can we spin again? We can spin again. All right. Here we go.
Is that your wife?
That is my wife.
That's your wife.
Congratulations, my love. But we are going to spin again. Let's go. That is hilarious.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Yeah. And
okay,
Trina.
I don't know Trina.
Trina,
Okay.
Congratulations, Trina. Well done. All right. So congratulations, Trina, and Asaf, and my second winner will get in touch with you. Twins. That's right, twins. We'll get in touch with you to claim your prize. We are at the end of the show. Thank you so much, Pamela, for joining us today.
Thanks, Rick.
It was fun.
Thanks, Adrenaline.
Yeah, it was fun, but also it was very positive. And I hope many people will benefit from what you shared today. I want to thank the more than 100 people watching us here today. Thank you for your viewership of the Good People Show. Continue to do good and be kind. And the last group of people I want to thank is all of the people working so hard behind the scenes. Equal Dreams islandwide.sg, providing our accessibility content. Thank you, and thank you, Evelyn. We also
Thanks,
want to thank
Evelyn.
Jamin, Jamin, who is the voice in my ear, our director, Charmaine, who is our producer, Hui Yue, who is doing the marketing, and a team Adrenaline who made this show possible. My name is Ricardo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our next show is next Tuesday, 8 p.m. with Deborah from Society Staples. We're going to do events and entertainment week next week. Thank you for tuning in. Take good care. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Good night.